Today, on My Friend, with the theme of meaning of life and the topic of thank you. How grateful and thankful are you today? Just saying, have you counted your blessings? Okay, well, you're my blessing. I'm grateful and thankful for, you. I'm more thankful in a sense for being able to do this and gratified for that. Yet, it kind of leads into where I'm coming from with the whole doing thank you upon itself. So, the reason why I'm doing thank you and not, and never gratitude, and not, semantics, right? Yeah, okay, so why am I doing thank you and not gratitude? Because that would be the first thing to do, right? Maybe per se, yeah. I'm doing thank you because saying thank you, I think in a sense, is more powerful, or can be more powerful, because that's what gets gratitude to show up and be a witness. It's like the key to opening up the door to getting the gratitude and seeing the gratitude and being welcomed in the house of gratitude, right? So, thank you. Simply to say, for being you. Thank you for you being you. So, in and of itself, what would you say if you could be thankful for everything all the time? It sounds nice, it really does, yet it sounds too good to be true, because it's not that it's not true, because you could be, yet it comes down to this simple fact that I was talking about in a sense of saying, I'm saying that being happy you can't be all the time. You're not meant to be happy all the time. If you were meant to be happy all the time, well, I don't know what that would be. It's so elusive and so unknown, because I know this, and I don't know that. And, yet, in and of itself, what is being thankful? Thank you. What is saying thank you? What is thanking? Isn't it a kind of ability to see past someone's faults? Sure. In a way, it's geared towards, it's it's a precursor, See, nothing is bad or good. It is what it is, and precursor, right? I'm not even sure what exactly the definition of precursor is. I understand it, but I don't know the etymology of it. So, yeah, okay, so it's still like a curse, right? So, and cursing's, being cursed at is a magic skill, and that's bad to curse. I think that just goes into the whole thing of the disillusion and the sleight of hand of society, to say simply. It's one of those things that it's coming to the light, because we are in the age of Aquarius now, and so the age of knowing. So all the age of Pisces was the age of believing, and so it comes down to a matter of all the believing is something of a disenchantment in of itself from the truth, from the ability to see something for what it is and not judge it in any way, shape, or form. Kind of like what God does. And so, well, maybe not God, it's the highest powerable in that's why they said Yahweh. Okay, well. So like, thank you. I thank myself. I like to play the thank you game a lot. The thank you and I love you game. Have you ever played it before? Well, you kind of do when you say, I thank you, body. I love you, body. I love you, brain. Thank you, brain. Thank you, fingertips. I love you, fingertips. I love you, skin. Thank you, skin. Thank you, feet. I love you, feet. And yet, here's the goal. This is what the goal is. To see how far you can go with it and thinking of every single part of your body and just every single part of your life. Yet just more of your body, right? Thinking your body, taking the time to throw it a party. And I'm not just talking about getting ready and exercising and stuff like that. I'm talking about being thankful for it, being gratified for it, having the strength that you do have, what you do have, doth, hath, shall, if, cometh to you. It's in of itself something that you can do. It's, that's something that's free. That is one of the things that is free. Why is it free? Because you have the freedom. And Dom is the control of the kingdom, the key to the city. And so when you have freedom, you have the jurisdiction of everything to do yourself. That's why in domicile, that's why domicile is first in domicile. And domicile is an abode. An abode. I'm not sure what that is really, but a domicile is your home, your house. Because your home is your body, and your house is where your body rests with the rest of your stuff. Not your baggage, just your stuff. Yet, overall, what is it mean to be thankful, right? Isn't it something that, you are able to see the blessings? You might not see. Being thankful means that you don't have to know the whole entire story every single time. It's nice to sometimes know the whole entire story, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's, have you ever seen The Giver? That movie, The Giver, or the book? It's a perfect example why, knowing and being the only one is so challenging. Or just knowing in a sense, not being the only one, because we're not the only one. The giver wasn't the only one. There was a receiver, And so It comes down to the very simple fact that you are alive today, listening to this, having whatever kind of day you're having, and you can be thankful. You know, there's always something to be thankful for. And sometimes there's never something to be sad about. And I was listening to this podcast today. It's a really good one. The point of what I'm saying is that they were talking about thankfulness. They were talking about how if you went ahead and was joyful about the things that you have and wanted to change them and love them and come from a place of love instead of a place of hating, for example, like when you work out, not like hating your body, that's a lot. Wow. You can be thankful for it. It's showing up for you forever. Just like they said, it's always been there, even when you didn't show up for it. That's what they said, Yet, it's just all, in a sense, it's about experience, right? It's about, it's yes, there is that, that retrospection, the relative, actualized perception of the courageousness of what it is to be able to wait and what it is to be able to, take a stand. And so, in of itself, when you say thank you, you are able to honestly give life the ability to say, okay, this is what they want to focus on. Because that's kind of what it is. It's not exactly about the ability to say thank you. And it's not about the exact nature of saying thank you. It's the ability to focus on something, in a sense. The simple fact that you have this ability to focus on so many things, and yet actually you have the ability to focus. And so it's not the point of being able to focus on so many things, because if you focus on being able to focus on so many things and you focus on being successful and not focusing on so many things, you will be able to be successful because you were focused on being successful, focusing on many things and becoming successful because you created the future from the past. And just like I said last time, in order to create the future, the past has to go to the future, right? And so in order to create the past, the future has to come to the past, right? Okay, this is why it is like that. Because everything is possible. Simultaneously, simply one thing's happening at the same time. So there's an aspect that is a living, breathing being, just like you, and just like you, because they are just like you. They are you, just another version of you. And so, when they're coming from just that standpoint of that now moment, there's nothing else. So there is no future and there is no past. And yet they were so thankful that they were in that now moment, that they wanted to continue being in that now moment, in a sense, and it created the future of that now moment, and it created the past of that now moment, and it stayed within that realm of that now moment, and in of itself, it became having a cycle of past, future, and now moment. As a now moment, past and future as a now moment, where the now moment is the past and the future, something like that. And so yet, see, I'm thankful to be able to do this whole thing I'm doing right now, This whole entire thing that I'm doing right now. Being able to listen to the birds, the choir of the birds, the nature, the symphony of the world, the world symphony. So, I'm thankful for that. And this is what this, you can't really find the meaning of life without saying thank you. You can find the meaning of life without saying thank you. Yes, it is possible. Yet the probability of you finding out the whole entire picture of the meaning of life without saying thank you is gonna lead you to a point where you cannot and never will fully understand, fully overstand, fully come to a point of being able to write that dissertation, do that book, write that book, read the book, and then be able to swim after the fact and survive because you got in that boat that had a hole in it and no one knew how to swim and everyone died. Or the one that coached you into getting into the boat knew how to swim, but they were your teacher, right? They were the master, right? And so it's not like anything, they killed you, you did it of your own free will, yet in this modern society of 5/31/2022 at 9:08 a.m., it comes down to a very simple fact that there is a power that is thankful for you being you. Yes, I said that earlier. Yeah, was that really from me? I mean, yes, it was from me. Yeah. All the time? Is it from me all the time? There's a point where there are so many different things that are thankful for you being you, that you had the power to change the world because that something was so thankful for you that it did it for you because you wanted it. And that's just another way of saying you're like God. Because you're made in the image of God, and in the image of God, in the image of God is what created the one. Created you as the one. The one to be able to carry out and come from this ability to know thyself, the ability to love yourself, and the ability to know that you are divine. You can be thankful for who you are all the time. You may not be happy all the time, yet the very simple fact of it is that if you didn't have that sadness, then you would never know how high you are, how happy you are. You would be complacent, It's not that you wouldn't be able to get to the same conclusion that you are now. It would just, if you were so complacent, you would take a lot longer to get there, like almost at a never pace. And so which doesn't mean you're not going to get there. Yet, in and of itself, we have the ability to be thankful. Abilities are like muscles, right? You have the muscle. If it's also kind of very true that if you have the ability to have the motion of the inertia, and if you have that inertia, you're going to keep going until you have that dissipation of the inertia, going into the inertia getting absorbed by all the other elements and factors and planes of existence that it's on and interacting with, essentially giving life to it and purpose and meaning, right? Or at least being able to discover meaning and life and purpose, because there is that ability for life to be so thankful for you being you, that it was able to house and hold an entire aspect of something that was something totally built for you. And every day, every moment, life comes by, and sometimes it's small orders of what is to be built for you. And so, in of itself, every day, essentially, life comes by, and Cupid, love, right? The messenger of the gods. Or is that Horus? Ooh, no, that's not Horus. Huh. Go Horus. Go Horus. Go Horus. Anywho. Words are funny. Words are funny. Yet I'm thankful for this ability to see past the blinders of a normalcy that is an ideology of ignoring and being ignorant to the fact, ignoring the fact of that they could take a stand and do something about their life, right? Instead of being a martyr waiting. And if you haven't listened to the Waiting podcast of that topic of the meaning of life with the topic of waiting, then this is a good moment to go forth and put that on your cue list. Yet, overall, the ability to I'm not sure what I was saying. Hang on, I need to listen to it. That, in a sense, it's not that they intentionally ignored it. Society, right? Those in society. It's just that they get so caught up with their own lives that they've, attempted to do it all themselves, right? Instead of working as a team. Yeah, there are some points in life where it's like, well, we can't really work as a team. You have to work as a competition. And it's been proven that competition is not really healthy and not really a factor of what is the core principle of life's interactions in and of themselves to correlate to being able to live a life. So in life, you're not meant to survive. You're meant to thrive and live and be all prosperitized and courageously be courage upon yourself, to love yourself, and to go forth and be who you want to be. Just saying. Yet be thankful for what the times when you are and you do have freedom to be free, So, in of itself, I feel like it's a good moment to dive in and navigate to etymology, navigate society by the etymology of words. And this is a good time, I feel, to go forth and do something as such. So let's do that. You ready? Ready. Yeah, let's breathe in and out. In out, hold. Okay, okay. So we have thank you as a noun. Polite formula. Yeah, it actually says formula. Polite formula used to acknowledging a favor. Century 14th century. 1400th century. Short for I thank you. See, thank. As a noun from 1794. And so let's see. Thank. As a verb. To give thanks. Thank. To recommence. To recommence, to reward. Thought, gratitude. Actually, here, I'm going to go ahead and let you listen to what it has to say, because that's more informative than me just reading off whatever. But yeah, this is what I'm going to do. You get to do what you do. So, in of itself, we have, so let's see, I'm not sure where I left off at. Let's see, do you think from thankos, thought, gratitude, pi root, tongue, T-O-N-G, to think, feel. It is rated phonetically, to think, as song is to sing. For sense evolution, compare Old High German Minna, M-I-N-N-A, loving memory, originally memory. Also compare root, Old English noun, P-A-N-C, P-O-N-C, originally thought, but also good thoughts, gratitude, in ironical use to blame, from 15th century. To thank someone for nothing is recorded from 1703. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, is it just a verb? Wow. Okay, so thank doesn't have a noun. Well, I guess in etymology, or in this place I see. So, that's all interesting. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, overall, it is very healthy to say thank you. Especially when you're willing to forgive. Yeah, that's a whole other topic right there. And in of itself, everyone, this is what I come to the conclusion of what is the illustration of life, of the meaning of life, and it comes to me to stand that there's meaning in life, yes, yet it's different for everyone. It's never the same for anyone. And yet that's why it's not good or bad, because it's different for everybody. And sometimes even the villain is a good guy. that was just attempting to live their life and not got in the way, but was part of the journey and had to get out of the way.